Hello and welcome in Weil am Rhein in Germany. My name is Daniel and today we will learn together how to start freestyle inline slalom skating. How to set up the cone lines in the correct way we have learned from another video. This video you will find in the video description down below. Today we will learn the very first basic skills or the basic skill for freestyle slalom skating. It's called Lemon or Melon and this is how it looks like. So, and how we can learn this step by step, I will show you now. So let's go. Let's start with the most important thing, the body posture. Unlike most tricks, this time we don't stay and start in a scissor stance. Because for the lemon, we need a 90 degrees V posture and bent knees. So we start by placing our heels directly together. When doing so, we spread our feet outward until we form a 90 degrees angle between of them. This 90 degrees stance, our V stand, is our starting position for the lemon. Next, we push our knees forward in the direction of our toes. It is important to push the knees forward so that they are at least above our toes or further forward. We do this until we don't even think about a posture anymore, but we can stand and seesaw in this posture in a very loose and supple way, just like a ballerina. Now that we have mastered the starting position, let's just try skating our first lemon. For this, we simply let our skates roll outwards and a little further apart. Then pull them together again so that we end up in an A, toe to toe or front wheel to front wheel position. For this we should never roll further apart than about thrice the width of our shoulder width. The goal isn't to roll into a split, but to roll a little bit apart and then together again in a controlled manner. When rolling apart, we go further into the knees than in the starting position. In order to come together at the front, we simply pull our feet and skates together. And this works the better, the deeper we stand in our knees. The deeper we bend our knees when doing the lemon, the better we can control our speed. With the lemon, we can then speed up, maintain the speed, and also slow down in a targeted manner. So we get back into the starting V position, heel to heel. Then we start rolling apart, going deeper into the knees, and finally come back together in front in an A position, toe to toe. Then for doing another lemon, we switch from the A position to the V position. At first, we do this while standing. So we open our A by first stepping out with our heels. For example, left heel first and then the right one. Then we close our V by walking with our toes together, step by step. We repeat this as often as necessary until it becomes too stupid for us and the transition from A to V happens automatically. The goal isn't to take any more steps, but to move together and out again in a bow. Since I know from our skate courses that some people have difficulty pulling the feet together, we row back a bit. We start again in the V position and then actually want to skate forward and come together again in the A position. But if this doesn't work and we just can't bring the feet together again, then we simply walk step by step, going back in our V position. So we start again in our V until we are back at the point where we can't bring our feet together. This time we take small steps to bring our feet a little closer, but not completely next to each other. From this position, we now put the heels together. First we lift upwards the heel of one skate and turn the foot inwards. Then we lift the heel of the other foot and turn it also inward, so that we return to our V position. And this we repeat until it feels easy and succeeds without any problems. In the next step, we skate apart, taking one step inward so that our skates are standing shoulder width. Now we do not put the heels together, but the toes. So first we lift the front wheels of one skate and turn the toes to the inside, and then we turn the toes of the other skate inward, that we end up front wheel to front wheel in the A position. This we repeat until we do it with ease. In the last step we skate apart out of the V until we can bring our legs together. This time we don't do any steps anymore, but we turn our feet directly inward so that the toes point towards each other. From this position we now try to put our toes completely together, front wheel to front wheel into the A position. The more often we repeat this, the faster we will be able to perform the movement. And we will see that in a short time we will no longer be doing single movements anymore. No, believe me, we will gradually move into a fluid movement until you finally skate the first real lemon. Now it's time for doing multiple lemons in a row. When trying doing multiple lemons in a row, we will now possibly notice that it's not that easy to get from the A position back to the V position. But again, there are some tricks how we can learn this step by step quickly. First, we skate a lemon again and end in the A position. We stay in the A position and then we try, for example, to turn the left foot first and then the right foot first. And already we have gone from the A to the V position. If you find it difficult to turn your feet, try shifting your body weight from the front foot to the heel area. Because if our body weight is more backwards, then we can turn our toes or front wheels without any problems, even if we don't lift our wheels. The same is true for turning the heels or back wheels. We simply shift our body weight forward to the front area of the foot. And again, we remember that it's super important to always be bent at the knees. So we never straighten our legs. As soon as that works, we try to open both skates at once. We skate together, end up in the A position, and then open both feet at once. The slower and more controlled we can do the exercises, the better. When freestyle slalom skating, please also always try to perform all exercises and tricks directly from a standing position, without a run-up. And finally, we repeat this exercise until the individual steps are no longer difficult for us and we also get from single steps into a fluid movement. Finally, we repeat this exercise until the individual steps are no longer difficult for us and we also get from single steps into a fluid movement. To improve the precision of our lemons and to visualize the whole movements even better, we make a few lemon-shaped drawings on the floor. Then we skate the true lines as good as possible. The X's form the turning point, where we pull the feet together again. The point where the lines almost come together is the turning point at which we open the skates and skate apart again. Let's move on to the final of this tutorial, the lemon skating through our slalom cones. For this we place our cones in the official distances of the ground. For our tutorials we always use the orange cones for the 80 cm row and the green cones for the run 20 cm row. Now again, we take some chalk and draw some lemons between the cones. We do this exactly so that we always have to skate apart when being next to a cone. And when we are between two cones, our skates are next to each other. First we practice the lemons again by opening the feet with a small hop or by lifting the front wheels. However, the goal is to be able to open the feet so that we don't need to lift the wheels anymore. We keep doing so until we can do it safely and the movement feels good to us. Let's move on to the final exercise, number run of 3. We stand directly in front of the cone line in V position and start with the lemons directly from a standing position, because the faster we can speed up, the better. So now for us, if the cones are too close to each other, we simply skip every second cone and we use 2 cones per lemon instead of 1. We continue with the final exercise, number 2 of 3. After we can speed up doing the lemon, we should definitely look at how we can slow down with the lemon and thus control our speed. For this, we stand anywhere in our cone row and try to skate 2 lemons forward and then stop. Then we do 1 lemon back and stop again. Then forward again and stop. Back again and stop. Then 2 more times to front and stop. Now 2 lemons to back and stop. And so on. If we have difficulty doing this, we now take a closer look to the body posture and body movements. If we want to skate a lemon to the back and slow down, then the upper body goes forwards. That means we have to lean forwards a bit. If we do a lemon to the front and want to slow down, then the upper body goes backwards. Again, it's important that we always keep our legs bent at all times, so our knees are in front above our toes. We never stand or skate with straightened legs. And that's exactly what we need to practice until we have mastered it. Finally, we skate multiple lemons as fast as we can and then try to stop as quick as we can. The final exercise is the lemon skating through the 80 centimeter row, and this as fast as we can. So for this we try doing flat lemons with a lower distance between our skates, as well as wide lemons with a bigger distance between our skates. When doing wide lemons, we will see it's easier to control our skating speed. Ha! If you watch this tutorial until here, then I'm very happy, because then I'm sure that you will not only be able skating lemons, but also master them in a super quick time. Please feel free to let me know if you have already mastered the lemon, and if so, how you have learned it. What tricks would you like to learn next? Or is there even a trick you would really like to be able to do but just can't? Let me know. To end up with this video, we continue with some funny outtakes and several information about freestyle slalom skates and freestyle setups. So stay tuned.
Hallo zusammen, mein Name ist Daniel und ich heiße euch herzlich. Hallo und herzlich willkommen in dem wunderschönen Weil am Rhein. Heute lernen wir einen Inline Skating Slalom Grundlagentrick. Das ist die Lemon. Und in den vorherigen Videos, jetzt habe ich total falsch angefangen. Hallo und herzlich willkommen in dem wunderschönen Weil am Rhein. Heute lernen wir zusammen den allerersten Grundlagen Slalom Trick. Wie wir damit anfangen, das Slalom-Skating zu lernen, und ich habe schon wieder den Faden. Hallo und herzlich willkommen im wunderschönen Weil am Rhein. Mein Name ist Daniel und heute lernen wir zusammen den allerersten Inline Freestyle Slalom Skating Basic Trick, also einen Grundlagentrick. Was für Slalom wichtig ist, ist, dass wir die Hütchen in einem gewissen Abstand und einer gewissen Reihenfolge aufstellen. Das Video dafür, das haben wir schon gemacht, das findet ihr auf YouTube. Hello and welcome in Weil am Rhein in Germany. My name is Daniel and today we will learn together how to start freestyle slalom skating, and we can...
After we have relaxed a bit with the outtakes, finally a little slalom shop talk. For freestyle slalom skating there are flat setups and rocket setups. Using a flat setup, all wheels are the same height and therefore on the ground. In my case, however, you can see that the rearmost and the foremost wheels are located higher up. This makes it much easier to initiate a turn in the front as well as in the back. In addition, it ends up in a shorter wheelbase since there are always only a maximum of 2 wheels on the ground. And a shorter wheelbase also means a much better agility. If we go backwards and doing a turn, we shift our weight to front, so the back wheels are lifted up. When doing a forward turn, we shift the weight to the back wheels, so that the front wheels are lifted up. Set 1 or more wheels higher is what we call having a rocket setup. The rocket setup, which I use here with my Powerslide Evo Freestyle skates, we call banana rocker. The rearmost and the foremost wheel are lifted up. However, there's also the option to set only the foremost wheel or rearmost wheel higher. Using the Powerslide katana frames, this can be adjusted via the rocker axles, even if you use the same wheel size for all wheels. Moreover, using the Powerslide katana frames, you're able to switch a rocket setup in seconds. If we take a closer look to Vladdy's Powerslide Storm Nicoli Pro skates, we see that there are all wheels set the same height. That's called a flat setup. The disadvantage of a flat setup is that you're less agile and it's therefore more difficult to skate curves. But attention, more difficult does not mean the same as difficult, but just a bit more difficult. On the other hand, the advantage of a flat setup is the stability. Tricks that require more balance, such as skating on one leg, squat tricks, and jumps are easier. Imagine skating through the city with a banana rocker. It's like skating on a boat swing. You can constantly tilt backwards and forwards. And when using a flat setup, you're always stable. And here is, I'll end today's video. Always stay relaxed and enjoy rolling. See you next time. Ciao.